Welcome to today's Blueprint News. It's October 23rd, 2025, and the New York City mayoral race is entering a critical phase. Fresh polling averages from race to the WH show new dynamics emerging, with progressive favorite Zohran Mamdani maintaining a strong citywide lead, while Andrew Cuomo continues to face challenges from both sides of the political spectrum. Let's break down the latest numbers. Zohran Mamdani leads the field at 46.3%. Andrew Cuomo trails with 30%. Curtis Sliwa follows at 16.3%. And Jim Walden rounds out the field with 2% support. That's a comfortable advantage for Mamdani. But the details beneath the surface tell a much deeper story. One where coalition strength, potential dropouts, and candidate shifts could dramatically reshape this race. Let's take a look at the head-to-head matchup between Cuomo and Mamdani. When voters are asked to choose only between the two, Mamdani still leads, with 46.5%, while Cuomo narrows the gap at 40.8%. This suggests that while Mamdani holds a solid lead, Cuomo retains a loyal base among moderate Democrats and centrist voters. But when the race shifts to include additional candidates, or when Cuomo hypothetically drops out, the landscape changes fast. Now, imagine a Cuomo dropout scenario. Without Cuomo in the race, Zohran Mamdani's numbers jump to 48.3%, while Curtis Sliwa climbs to 19%. Eric Adams enters with 16.8%, and Jim Walden rises slightly to 3%. This reveals an important trend. Mamdani doesn't just hold his base, he expands it when moderate competition fades. Sliwa gains some ground, but not enough to threaten Mamdani's dominance citywide. However, when Cuomo stays in and Eric Adams joins the race, the competition becomes much more fragmented. In that four-way field, Mamdani leads with 44.3%. Cuomo slips to 25.8%. Sliwa follows with 13.3%, Adams pulls 8.4%, and Jim Walden stays at 1.1%. In this crowded scenario, Mamdani still leads comfortably, but the combined support of Cuomo, Adams, and Sliwa shows a significant anti-Mamdani vote share, hovering around 47%. That means voter turnout and late campaign messaging could still play a decisive role. Finally, the Adams versus Mamdani head-to-head tells its own story. Mamdani dominates the matchup with 51.6%, while Eric Adams trails far behind at 32.6%. This indicates that despite Adams' recognition as a former mayor, the city's progressive base remains firmly behind Mamdani, especially younger voters, renters, and working-class communities that see him as a symbol of political change. Zohran Mamdani continues to lead across every major scenario, but the composition of the field still matters. If Andrew Cuomo stays in, he fragments the moderate vote. If he drops out, Mamdani's support consolidates, leaving opponents struggling to find footing. With just weeks to go before Election Day, the 2025 New York City mayoral race is shaping up to be a defining moment between progressive ambition and establishment resilience. For full coverage, data analysis, and borough-by-borough breakdowns, stay tuned right here on today's Blueprint News. If you found this update informative, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Because we're tracking every twist in the race that could redefine New York's political future.